Hey there, you beautiful gamers. So we are back. It is the Middletown Esports, MiddSouth Esports coming at you here in the winter season. Finally back. We have been out for a little while. You joined us for our Super Smash Bros. And then now we're back for Overwatch. So we'll see how the team fares up against who are we playing against? Manasquan today. So we'll see how things go. We've been practicing. We are in person for the very first time playing Overwatch. So the team is trying to get their feet under them right now. We have never played Overwatch in person. So previously, in other seasons, we always played from home. We finally got some great gaming PCs purchased for us by our Board of Education. And so we are in person. We even picked up some beautiful gaming chairs, courtesy of Staples. Shout out Staples for having a great price in gaming chairs right now, 50% off gaming chairs. So Staples, hit me up. So right now we're getting set up. We're trying to get in connection to our other team. Like I said, we're playing Manasquan today. I'm just waiting for someone. People forgot to invite me to the match, so I'm gonna tap out for a second, figure out what is going on. So for right now, I'm gonna hit pause on my audio, and we'll see what happens. We'll come back in a few seconds with our match. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting set up. Teams are in place. We've got some interesting logos. Apparently, we're ninjas, except for Braden OVR, who's apparently a sumo wrestler doing a cannonball into a pool. Not quite sure what's going on. So like I said, we're playing Team Manasquan. Manasquan High School, not far from Middletown South. And so it looks like they got me into the spectator spot. So now I'm just waiting for the game to begin. I feel very disjointed. I'm not really know what I'm doing right now when it comes to this. So I'm used to broadcasting from my basement and having random children or dogs coming down to interrupt the stream. But now I am in a room connected to our esports area. We are gaming out of the back corner of our library in what we call our craft lab. We are in the process of trying to renovate that and turn that into an official esports lab. So if anyone's got connections to contractors or designers who want to help us out with that, that would be great. We'd love to get some assistance with all that. So we are just waiting for the game to get started. HamPolo back, I believe, for his 4th season with the team. He is our captain right now. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. They keep moving people, but now they have Middletown High School South under, we have Manasquan's team under Middletown High School South and vice versa. So whatever. So part of this when we're starting is deciding on sides. What game are we playing? What stage are we playing? All of that is going back and forth right now with the teams. Sorry about that. So we're going back and forth, making sure that everything is copacetic, double checking our rules. So for those of you who haven't watched our Overwatch matches, previously, basically this is a 5v5 capture the flag type situation. So depending on the game, depending on the round, will determine what's going on. So I'm not connected to my team verbally right now, so that's why I'm a little disjointed about what's happening. They can't hear me because I am live streaming and they are talking to each other in person right next to each other in the gaming area. So again, if you want to see what's going on, please make sure you check us out, MiddSouth Esports everywhere. MiddSouth Esports. We are MiddSouth Esports on Twitch, MiddSouth Esports on Instagram. You can find us all over the place. And so please make sure, oh, of course, MiddSouth Esports on YouTube. So I'm going to pull my microphone away from my computer a little bit. So hopefully my sound is good. Hopefully the world out there can actually hear me. What's going on? Hey to the 5 viewers that are out there. So what I'm going to do my best is I'm going to try and make sure I highlight each of our players at some point during the game. So right now we're in the lobby. Players are deciding on their characters, which they've already talked about verbally, and now they're just heading out. And so essentially what's going to happen is MiddSouth right now is on the attack. I'm going to lower my computer volume a little bit. Give me 1 second. There we go. Wow, that is loud. Okay, there we go. MiddSouth Esports is on the attack, meaning that Manasquan is going to defend. So their job right now is to hold the position. And so South is coming in. Manasquan starts together as a team. South starts in a lobby, and they essentially are rushing in, and they're going to try and attack and capture an area. The longer a team can capture an area for, you will see their percentages grow at the top of the screen. So right now, South is blue, and Manasquan is red because of how the attack goes. So and you can also double check that off the colors in the bottom. So HamPolo is doing a great job. He is one of our support and DPS guys. Let's jump over to Papillon. That's Juliana. Juliana is playing a support role, which means that her character is intended to heal other characters. So her job is to run around and quick heal everyone before the attack goes too long. So you'll notice that South was able to eliminate Manasquan fairly quickly, and their percentages are growing. Whoever hits 100% first is the team that wins that particular round. Each team will have the opportunity to go back and forth. So South is starting on the attack, and then they will switch to the defense once the end of this section is done. So basically you have to win like 2 out of 3 in order to win the round. Games are played to the best of 3 rounds. So you have to win 2 rounds in order to win the match, which could be a while. You could be with us for a while. It's not a Super Smash event, folks. So this is looking at like an hour of time. So please stick with us. Feel free to drop some comments on our Twitch so we know you're out there. Good, thank you. I don't know who Suchi-chan is, but Suchi-chan, you are a big supporter of us. Thank goodness my sound is good. Oh man, was that a bane of my existence during our Super Smash events. So you can see Manasquan came in. It's very difficult to defend because you can't go anywhere. Your characters, your team has to stay in a particular spot. If you leave that area, the countdown stops. You can see Manasquan was able to knock off all of the MiddSouth players and take back that area. So here we go with OVR, who is over. That is Braden. Braden is playing a DPS role, so he's going to be a mostly attack person. Now, you can see these red brick walls that are popping up. Those are the tank positions from the other team. They basically are going to throw up a block to us so that we can't get through an area or we have to kill off an area. So, OVR was eliminated. Let's get back to MHSS Superfan, a.k.a. Sean Forback. So, South was able to hold position for 99% right now. And once we push over this overtime, kind of think of it like soccer, where like the ref adds time. So sometimes the game adds time. So MiddSouth was successful. Bravo, MiddSouth. They took the first round there. So like I said, so MiddSouth was on the attack. Manasquan was defending. They did a nice job eliminating them fairly quickly. Now we go back to lobby. Now, this is where teams have an opportunity to change characters. They can change roles. They're going to quick discuss. They basically have about 30 seconds to regroup and chat with each other. They are having a good old time out there. I see them bouncing around in those chairs. I have a little window to the world, literally a window. I'm in an office that has a giant window on it, and I am just staring off at them, watching them. So they're doing great so far. Let's see how they do in the second part. Let's start off our match. Instead of going with HamPolo, it's not letting me switch. Switch! There we go. Wasn't switching. Okay, let's go over to Juliana Papillon. So again, healer role. So her job, now she does have an attack feature, so she can attack if she needs to, but her job is basically to, in the very beginning, protect the tank, because a tank is throwing up the blockade, so it's going to prevent the attacking team from getting to us. So the tank is our first line of defense with this. So it's to push the other team back. DPS will then attack from the sides and push the attack back. Now you can see Juliana's got no one to heal right now, and so she is going to fire and push them a little bit farther back. Let's jump over to Red Robinson. So Phoenix, first time with our esports Overwatch team. So pretty good sleeper player. We were surprised by him. He is a pretty decent Rocket League player. Played Rocket League with us last fall and spring. And suddenly this year was like, no, I'd like to. He's like, I've been putting in the time on Overwatch. We're like, okay. So looked him up, 70 hours. My goodness. Need to get you some other hobbies besides Overwatch, but he's proving to be a great player here. He's got good strategy, and he's kind. So, very high kindness rating. Oh, smashed by their tank. Oh, absolutely eliminated by Finn there. But you can see MiddSouth is holding on. HamPolo staying strong. Now, you'll notice, okay, so I want to point out for those people who are still new to Overwatch, I want to point out to you qualities of great players versus good players versus average players. So if you're an average player, you will be sitting still and shooting, okay? If you're sitting in one place, if you're not hopping around, so you'll notice HamPolo, he is one of our best players. He is constantly moving. Even as he's shooting there, notice what he was doing. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Little movements like that take you from being an average player to being an above average to a great player really quickly. If you're just standing still, you are going to get destroyed. So, HamPolo just jumped on his special. He has eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players in a row. That was a 10-player kill streak. That means he killed 10 players before he was killed himself. My goodness. Oh, he just took out the whole team. He just killed off all 5 Manasquan players. That was amazing. That was a sweep. Was that 100-0? Wow. Play of the game right there, HamPolo. Let's see what our highlight is. So, MiddSouth takes round 1 from Manasquan. Now we're going to see the first-person view of that attack. 10-player kill streak. That was intense. That was amazing. So each player, each character gets their own specials, and that helped HamPolo right at the end there. Grabbed a special, and boom, he was able to wipe out their team. So now we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to switch stages. Teams have the opportunity to change characters at this point. So I'm going to transition out of this for the moment, take a little pause, applaud the team, and we're going to come back to you in probably like 2 minutes with the next round. So, I am back. We're just waiting for the other team now to get back from their match. So I'm going to transition back over here for the moment. Loving all the love that I see out there, all the comments and people. Thank you all. Don't know who most of you are, but I appreciate you being here. So, and of course, as I'm sitting here, if you want to throw me some feedback, I'd love some feedback. I do my best. I model myself a little bit after the great HamPolo. And if you haven't heard his Super Smash shoutcasting, oh my goodness, are you missing out? Holy moly. Go to some of our highlights from our Super Smash, and you will be floored by him. His abilities, his language is unreal. Absolutely unreal. He just has a way with expressing what's going on. I remember last spring we were doing Rocket League, and Red Robinson had this amazing goal, and it was like, it must have been the great, like the way you heard HamPolo talk about it, it was like the greatest goal that ever existed in the history of all Rocket League. I remember specifically it was, this is the type of goal, this is literally what he said, this is the type of goal that you plan out, you write up on a whiteboard, and then you laminate that whiteboard, and you keep it for all eternity because that goal was that amazing. Like, it was something like, it was so great. So, I am a poor man's HamPolo over here. I'm just trying to entertain myself and entertain all of you just a little bit. So, we got to see HamPolo's amazing goal. Okay, so this game is a little bit different. So instead of this one's a little bit different kind of situation here. So again, for our Overwatch people out there who are not familiar with Overwatch, I love it when it doesn't want to click. There it goes. Okay, so this is a little bit of a different game. So previously there was an attack defense of a spot. So you were locked in. Now it's a defend attack of an object. So you will see a bus. Now it's a bus. Sometimes it's a train, but now it's a bus. Will follow a path. So the goal is someone has to capture the bus. And the way they capture the bus is by eliminating the other team. So once you eliminate the team, you capture the bus. Once one of your players is on the bus, then the bus begins to move towards an end goal. Your job is to get it there as fast as possible. So you will see time ticking away at the top. So Manasquan has 3 minutes and 21 seconds to capture the bus. If they can't do so in that time, MiddSouth gets the bus, and we get to push forward. If MiddSouth is able to eliminate Manasquan and capture the bus, you will see the percentage and time start ticking at the top. The team that has the best time and the highest percentage after the round wins. And then best of three, of course. So, nice job, Red Robinson, with the kill right there. Let's jump back. Check out what Braden's doing. OVR, because you are over. So, Manasquan doing a nice job throwing up those ice walls. That's what the red ice wall is. So you'll see blue protecting screens, blue force fields. There we go. Protecting screens. What am I doing? Force fields out there when South throws up their fields, but you'll see red whenever Manasquan does. So, now, sometimes what strategy with this is keep the other team from capturing the bus. If you can eliminate them from... Oh, God, watch that high shot up there. They got one guy jumping up high. So you can see OVR taking a lot of hits, but Juliana Papillon is in the back showing healing. That's where that golden glow is coming from. Let's check out what MHS Superfan. Now, I got to tell you, Sean's been showing a lot of restraint this year. We've been doing a lot of practicing. He's really changed his mindset. Last year, he was kind of this, like, if you gave a ferret a Red Bull and just kind of, like, went crazy on the field and just ran up ahead of the team and drew fire. And in a way, like, that could be a great strategy. In other ways, well, you get eliminated pretty fast. So, you know, he's a good player. He's put in his time. 40-something hours with characters, this is the place that you got to do. And I will tell you, those of you out there, sorry about that, those of you out there who are looking to become better players, we have talked to college recruiters and college coaches, and they said you should be doing exactly the same as what you would do for an athletic competition as what you would do for esports. So if you are a soccer player who loves to play games, want to be parts of esports, if you think about putting in, you know, an hour and a half or 2 hour practice a day for soccer, then you need to be putting in an hour and a half or 2 hours a day for your sport, your esport as well. So that could be, you could be looking at 10 to 14 hours of playtime for just esports, so just Overwatch or Super Smash or whatever. So Ian doing a great job of holding that team back. Now they have 35 seconds. They have captured 0%. So MiddSouth doing a great job of really pushing them back. Manasquan is grouping themselves together, and so it's tough. Now, there we go. There's a person coming in over the top trying to get the kill. Now, also some strategy in Overwatch is you'll see some teams will just hunt down the support. They'll just hunt down the healer, because if you eliminate the healer, many players have very limited ability for them to heal themselves. So they rely on the healer. Oh, okay. So round 1 done. Manasquan was able to hold the spot for 40.5%. So they get no points for that. Okay, they got 40.5%. Now, if South is able to get to greater than 40.5%, they win the round. Okay. And now, if it's a tie at 40.5%, whichever team does it the fastest, which is not going to be a thing because you have 5 minutes to do it. So occasionally you'll see ties, like both teams will get to 100% because they just push through really good, great. 2 offensive teams, we've had matches like that where both teams are great on the offense. They will both push to 100%, and it's just about time. How fast are they doing it? So let's see what round 2 brings. So let's see what we can do. Now, again, for those of you who have been missing us, let's see what's happening. Okay, are we changing up characters? No, we're looking like everyone's staying. Oh, no, looks like HamPolo switched characters. Okay, so he switched him, which you're allowed to do. You're allowed to change characters. You just can't change characters mid-round. So if you die and you go back to the lobby, you can't change characters. But in between rounds, you can change characters. So HamPolo in a different, slightly different role. So now again, MiddSouth, this is the time. Now their time is ticking down. Their goal is to press forward. Now if they can eliminate, HamPolo going straight into the alleyway, taking out players that are hiding up there. He's got to watch behind him. I think there's a player behind him. He's just going in and annihilating people with that hammer. He's got OVR on his side. Two DPSs. Oh, HamPolo playing tank. Here we go. There's Pap down here. So again, Manasquan trying to hold that spot. Now, tough sometimes playing the support because basically your brain has to do 2 things at once. You need to support your play. Actually, you do 3. You have to provide support to your team. So you got to heal them. You have to defend yourself, and you got to be attacking too. You can't just be defending and healing and defending and healing. So you have to attack as well. So it's like you've got to really be a good strategist when you're the healer. Sometimes when you're a DPS or you're a tank, you can just be like, blast everybody. But you can't do that when you're the healer. You've got to focus. So MiddSouth just a little bit more powerful. Manasquan has been eliminated, so that's it. Doesn't even matter. So because Manasquan has been completely eliminated, that's it. MiddSouth grabs that round. Now that was, I think that's it. Did we seriously finish that fast? We finished in under half an hour? Nice job by HamPolo by getting the player of the game. So once again, I am going to mute. I'm going to check in with my team. I'm going to see what's going on. We'll be back real fast. Hold on a second. Holy crow, folks. So yeah, that's it. That was that's the end of the game. That's it. We went absolute beast on them. Good game to everybody involved. Just that was it. That was amazing. I couldn't believe how quickly that went. So normally games can take an hour. We're done in half an hour. So good job to good games to Manasquan. They did their best. South just overpowered them, and that's it. That's the end of the day. So folks, we are back tomorrow, Thursday the 14th, for our regularly scheduled match of the week. So we're going to be streaming live every Thursday. So we got a game on the 14th, game on the 21st. Then we're going to take 2 weeks off for winter break, and that is all. So thank you, everyone who left comments. Thank you, everyone who was here. But we are going to exit out of this. We will be seeing you again in 24 hours for our match against, I don't remember who. But I'll remember tomorrow. So that's it. We'll check you out tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Gamers, we love you out there.